What's up, guys? It's Tony here. Welcome back to Man Cave Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, I have a video for you today. So, it's not confirmed yet, and I don't have any inside information on whether it's confirmed yet, but Trenton may be getting their ECHL team back. So today, I'm going to talk about the former minor league team that played in the ECHL out of Trenton, a little bit about Trenton sports history and what kind of goes on in the area now. And then I am the perfect person to talk about Cure Insurance Arena because I work there like once or twice a year and I am there many hours. So let's get into it. Well, what is going on? The Utah Grizzlies are being bought out by a group that wants to bring them to Trenton, New Jersey. Now, it's not necessarily because Utah now has an NHL franchise, but I would think there is a little bit of consideration that goes into that. Most of it is just based off of the group that's buying it out. Now, Trenton used to have an ECHL team called the Trenton Titans, and they were very beloved by the community. They had really good attendance. Minor league sports anywhere, but especially in New Jersey, it's really fun because it's just sort of, like a family atmosphere, right? I mean, Flyers games are expensive, Phillies games are expensive, so what do? You go see the Trenton Thunder, you go see the Trenton Titans. Things took a turn when they decided to rebrand the Titans to the Trenton Devils once they became the New Jersey Devils minor league team. Now, if you don't know a lot about the geography of New Jersey, Trenton is here, Philly is here, Newark is here. In the context of the state, it's nowhere near Philadelphia. So naturally, people that were attending Titans games were also Flyers fans. Now, it's the same thing with the Trenton Thunder, who I'll also talk a little bit about, where they were the Yankees minor league team, but the Phillies were the team of the area, are the team of the area, but people, they would show up regardless of what MLB team they cheer for, just because it's a fun atmosphere. If they branded them as the Trenton Yankees, I don't know if as many people would have gone. And what kind of gives me that impression is because as soon as the Trenton Titans rebranded to the Trenton Devils, a lot of people in South and Central Jersey stopped really being able to cheer for them because they're Flyers fans. And people from the Philly area are very passionate about their love for Philadelphia sports teams. So whereas before it was, just turn a blind eye, now it's like, okay, do I really want to be taking my kids to a Devils game? My kids are supposed to be Flyers fans. Now let me tell you a little bit about where they played. They used to play at Cure Insurance Arena, and like I said earlier, I work there occasionally. I don't work for the arena, but I work for Rider University. The graduation is there for the university. We also had our wrestling tournament there this past year, so I know, more than anything, I know the broadcast infrastructure of that place. And they also do some concerts there, some somewhat famous concerts. The most recent really famous concert I can think of was when Ghost performed there in 2022 with Mastodon and Spirit Box, the up-and-coming Spirit Box, who had just released Rotoscope at the time. Now are pretty big, and Ghost obviously are sensations. They do still have concerts there. They have a fair amount of concerts, and things like monster trucks. I think they had the Harlem Globetrotters there a few months ago, so the arena does get utilized a fair amount. But they don't have any full-time tenants, right? So occasionally, Princeton played Rutgers there in a basketball game a couple of years ago, but that was sort of a one-off thing. Like I said, the MAC Wrestling Championships were there just this past March, but not a lot really is consistent that goes on there. So it's a perfect arena to play sports in. The last tenants that I can think of that regularly played games there were the Jersey Flight Arena football team, who I actually filmed as part of an internship. So, like I said, This arena, I know a lot about this arena. Okay, so why Trenton? Why should an ECHL team move to Trenton? Besides the arena, it's a pretty big minor league sports community. The Trenton Thunder, who I am a season ticket holder for, are an example of an organization that, despite the fact that they aren't linked to an MLB team anymore, people still show up. And they show up in droves. Groups, just regular people that want to see a minor league baseball game, season ticket holders, suite people, like people that go up in the suites and get tickets there. Like, there are a ton of people and a ton of reasons for people in South and Central Jersey and even Eastern Pennsylvania to want to go to a Trenton Thunder game. Now, if you need another reason to hate the New York Yankees, well, I'm about to give one to you. The New York Yankees, who are probably about an hour and a half from Trenton, decided that that wasn't close enough for their minor league system, so they were going to move their Double-A team from Trenton to Somerset, which is maybe cutting down half an hour on that trip. This was after the Thunder won the Double-A championship the previous season, 2019, so it really didn't make a lot of sense. And then obviously the next season didn't happen because of COVID. The Trenton Thunder ultimately got bailed out by the MLB, and they wound up in the MLB Draft League. The MLB Draft League is really like players who are potentially going to be drafted, players who are undrafted, just players that are good enough to wind up on that team but not signed to any sort of minor league team. It's just kind of a mixed bag, really. And, you know, Karsten Sabathia, CC Sabathia's son, was just on the Trenton Thunder for a little while. People show up to those games. People get season tickets to those games. Those are fun games. I mean, the promotions, the on-field entertainment, like, it's all top-notch. People in South Jersey and Central Jersey are very passionate about sports. And the way that it kind of works in New Jersey is South Jersey is all Philly, and except for the beach, but basically anything west of the shore is like die hard, mostly Eagles, but also Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, a little bit of Union too. Central Jersey is a little bit of a mixed bag. I think you get more Philly sports fans because Trenton is so close to Philly, and depending on how far down 195 you go, you're still closer to Philly than you are New York. Like I said, the Trenton Thunder, they get a lot of attendance, and they don't really play for much of anything anymore, which is really unfortunate. They should still be in Double-A, and I really think at some point they're going to wind up being affiliated with an MLB team again, because how could you not? So if any city in the country deserves a minor league sports team, it is Trenton. Aside from minor league sports, college sports in the region are also always, like, well attended. I mean, anything at Princeton is always, like, incredibly well attended. Football and basketball mainly, but I worked a water polo game at Princeton, actually a tournament at Princeton, back in November. I was a camera operator and a replay operator for the ESPN Plus broadcast, and there were a lot of people there. And then you have Rider University, where I work at, and those get attendance. And then the team that I forgot to mention, the USL2 team that plays at Rider University, those matches sell out. And I'm talking like the bleachers at Ben Cohen Field, which is Rider's turf field where they play soccer, field hockey, women's lacrosse. The bleachers were full. The two sets of additional bleachers were full, and there were people just standing watching on the grass. Like, there had to be at least 1,000 people there. So there is a very eager and very hungry market for minor league sports in New Jersey, in Central Jersey, and if any city deserves an ECHL team, it's Trenton. They should come back. I will be an inaugural season ticket holder. If Trenton gets an ECHL team, the second deposits go on sale, I'm there Book it. Now, we don't know if they would stay affiliated with the Avalanche or not, so time will tell on that. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Bring an ECHL team back to Trenton. Please. I would love it. Peace out, broskies.